That was Sensuality and Strength, Breaking the Mold in Female Storytelling, presented by Stars, Take the Lead. Up next is Clips and Conversation, The Summer I Turned Pretty. Please welcome to the stage Jolene Kent and Jenny Hahn.
Hi, everyone. Good morning.
Morning.
Jenny Hahn, everybody. Jenny, best-selling novelist, creator, showrunner, producer, executive producer, businesswoman. You have not only lit up our worlds with multiple incredible stories, you're a world builder. And today we wanted to start by playing a really powerful clip of a moment where we see a declaration of love from Belly. And
Well, Conrad.
thank you.
Belly's not there yet.
She's approached. She's there.
She'll get there
in person, right?
Yeah.
She's there physically. Can we roll that clip?
Who are you to even ask me that question? You don't even know me anymore. Just leave me alone, Conrad, and if you keep following me, I will scream. I swear I'll scream.
Belly, I'm sorry. It's not about any of that, Belly. It's... Fuck, I still love you. I don't think I'll ever get you out of my system. You will always be there, here.
Jenny, I still feel all of the feels when we watch that clip back. It was such a seminal moment. You wrote This Summer I Turned Pretty originally back in 2007, 2008. Is that right?
Yes.
And creating this moment for the screen, what was that like? Putting it together for an audience who'd be watching with their eyes?
It was really, it felt like the culmination of 3 seasons in a way. Because when we first meet the character of Conrad, he is really insular and is holding everything inside.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think this was the moment that should feel like a release because he's finally saying what he's thinking and what he feels. And it was really exciting. And it was a scene that's important to me, but I also knew important to the book readers.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wanted to do it justice.
As you were putting together this series, and obviously this year was such a huge year with the series finale, how did you balance the storytelling and the creativity and telling the story for the story, along with having such huge fan investment and so much social media and all this feedback in real time? How do you deal with that as a creator?
Well, you know what? Luckily, it was already done. So whatever's happening is happening, we're on that train, so you can't do anything about it. I think for me, one of the bigger challenges is trying to write with the door closed, and really let my vision for the story and like what I want to do and put that above anything else. And then, hopefully the audience will, follow with you as a storyteller. But I think as an artist, as a creator, you do have to sort of listen to your own instincts and try and keep that door closed, because it's so different now from when I first started out as a novelist, where there was before really like social media,
Right.
And so
there wasn't as much noise.
Yeah, you could really you wrote the story you were writing, and then it was out in the world, and then you would see reviews of it. But it's really different now.
When you're in that mode of writing with the door closed, obviously there's the physical door, but then you've got sort of the digital door as well. What are your tactics for so many people here in the audience in these high-powered positions? How do you turn it off and focus? Like, what are your top 3 sort of tactics?
I just turn it off.
So we're deleting Instagram.
I mean,
and
I
we're
think
getting off social media.
I think it depends really on where you are in the process of things. I think when the show's coming out and I'm in the thick of it, I kind of just try to just focus on like work. And actually, for seasons 1 and 2, I think season 1 we were working. I'm sorry. Season 1, when it came out, we were already working on season 2, right? I think it came out and then we immediately started filming. So you're just really cycle. Busy, and so you're not, scrolling on your phone because you're just busy working. But so I think that's, I guess, my tactic is just focusing on the work.
When you focus on the work, one thing you do that your fans love so much is you leave Easter eggs and clues and so many little moments for people to pick up on. I was curious as I was rewatching the series finale last night, what is your personal favorite clue or Easter egg that you've been able to plant over the years?
Well, I don't really think of them as like clues per se. I think
plot points.
Well, more, just sort of building up the story and doing maybe narrative like foreshadowing from things from season 1 to season 3 that doesn't really pay off for a few years, I guess. What are some of my favorite things? I think sometimes I do like to have little nods, little references like in the music, sometimes with the lyrics. For Belly and Conrad, they have a lot of celestial imagery and iconography around their love story. And so a lot of the music I pick for them has that.
We have another quote that we'd like to share that is a really special quiet moment with Belly in the series finale. And let's roll it.
All this time, I wanted to believe I changed. That I'm not the same girl I was. But I am still her. And was that girl so bad? She followed her heart no matter what. And despite all her mistakes, I have to believe she's still worthy of love. I still love her. And I still love him. I have brown hair and brown eyes, and I will always love Conrad Fisher.
That moment, yes. That moment from a fan like myself ties together sort of this sense of identity, representation, empowerment, coming of age. When you were putting that scene together and reflecting off of the book and doing this for the screen, how did you think about it? How did you approach it?
I mean, it really is, to me, what the whole show is really about, which is loving yourself and forgiving yourself. I think she spends a lot of the show and a lot of the season feeling unworthy and like dealing with a lot of like shame in some of her choices and mistakes she's made. And so, especially when she's in Paris and she leaves after the wedding. And to me, the whole point is to say that you are worthy of love, and you can make big mistakes, but you can still like come back from them. And I think in order for her to be able to listen to her own heart, she had to forgive herself first. And then I think in doing so, in choosing herself, meant that she was choosing Conrad because that's what she really wanted.
What were you hoping, the fan reaction to that moment and to the ensuing scenes where she's running through Paris and getting on the train? It had so many of us crying. Even on the rewatch last night, I was like, why am I crying again? I know exactly what's going to happen. But it was just so powerful. What do you hope a young writer who is perhaps in the position that you were in 10, 15, 20 years ago, coming up the ranks, trying to find their voice and create something truly special, whether it's in a novel or in a script? What do you hope that scene delivers to them?
I think I hope it says, to go after the things that you really want, and to me, I think why I love doing what I do is because I truly enjoy it. And I'm making the kind of things that I like, and, hoping that others will like it as well. But I think that has to kind of come first. You have to please yourself, and you're your own first audience. So I think that's what I tend to do, is make myself happy and satisfied, just as the audience myself, in a way.
You're your first audience, your
Yeah.
first critic, your first editor. I'm curious to know, when you roll back in time to the books and to that pivotal moment, and were there drafts before that you'd be willing to share, or thoughts that you had in creating the lead up to this moment that didn't make it, that ended up on the cutting room floor, so to speak, not in the movie, of course, but in the original conception of the story?
Gosh, oh my God, that was a really long time ago.
I
It was a long time ago. I don't really remember, but though some of that speech that she gives was taken from something that she says to him in the first season. And I think she has lost a bit of herself throughout the third season, and isn't really like listening to what she wants, listening to her own heart. And so this was a moment of, I think, awakening. And oftentimes with the show, it's not like a one-to-one adaptation or kind of conversion, right? Especially because
it's not a carbon copy.
Yeah. So, but there's still ways, I think, to find, like, spiritually what is in the book, and then kind of keep that DNA for the show.
As we look ahead, obviously there's a lot of excitement. You left us with the fantastic series finale, and you had literally everyone talking about it between Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah. But there's more coming, and you had your directing debut in season 3. As an author, a former librarian, someone who's really been just there from the very beginning, what was that like? I mean, how is it directing for the first time and having that experience, and then soon you'll be directing the movie?
Yeah. Oh, it was really delightful, honestly. I was so fortunate in having worked with the cast and the crew for a few years.
You knew them well.
As a showrunner, and then stepping into the directing role, it felt really natural and really easy. And honestly, like, I just loved it. I loved every single part of it. And to me, it's just another extension of storytelling. So I'm really excited to do the movie as well, just because, I think it's like a privilege to be able to be the one to tell the story.
When you look for inspiration, as we all do, who do you look to as you prepare to direct a feature-length film? And I know the script is already, you told me earlier, if I'm allowed to share.
Yes, sure.
The script is basically done.
Yeah. I look to, like, I love, like, Nora Ephron. There's so many, like, directors that I love. And I love, like, a great romantic comedy. And I really miss those. Don't you guys miss romantic comedy?
I miss them, yes. Yeah. What's your favorite rom-com?
Oh my gosh. My favorite is Sleepless in Seattle.
Classic.
That's my favorite. And then I also love Bridget Jones's Diary. And You've Got Mail.
That's my favorite.
Is it?
Yes, the AOL, the Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan. There's nothing more classic. It's so good. I think I could watch it 50 times.
It's so cozy, especially in the holidays.
Yeah, it's the perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think there's so many great ones, and I'm having a lot of fun right now, just kind of like thinking and planning, and
will we see any inspiration from Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail in the movie?
I mean, we'll see. I don't know.
Perhaps some references.
We'll see. It's still really early to say.
So walk us through, for the fans out there, where exactly are you in the process for the movie?
Just wrote it. Yeah, we have not filmed anything yet. I know that everyone was hoping that it was coming out this Christmas, but that's unfortunately not happening, not possible. Because we had 11 episodes this season, and
it's huge.
we were filming like for most of last year, and then still in post up until June. The show came out in July, so it was really up to the minute, last minute on the show, so that we wouldn't have had time to film a whole movie.
No, there's no way. Well, I know there's going to be so much anticipation as you ramp up into production. And as you think about the future, I love all of your books. They're so powerful. The representation, as someone who's half Asian American, all of it really felt so powerful in the moment. And to see your success has been really powerful and remarkable. And I have to ask, will you write a new novel? I know you've got a lot on your plate right now, and the movie hasn't even gone into production, but will we get another book?
I want to. I'm just busy. I'm really busy, guys. I've been working.
You're like, give me a second.
Yeah, like honestly, show running is a full-time, like 12-month out of the year job, which I didn't really realize until I did it. Yeah. But like, we'd start the writer's room in January, then we'd start filming in, I think usually it was like July, and then not be done until like November, and then you're in post, and it's just the cycle continues.
Right?
Yeah. And so I haven't had a moment to be able to sit down and write a book, and I do feel that writing a book is a very different headspace for me. The last book I wrote was Always and Forever, Laura Jean, which was the third book in the To All the Boys trilogy. And when I sit down to write a book, I'm very in a really almost like meditative state where I have to like go into a flow, and I'm not able to sit there and like do a Zoom with like casting or production designer or that kind of thing in the middle of the day. Like it takes me a while to get into that almost, I don't know, like a trance like state to like sink in to the story, and so I can't like pull in and out of that easily. So that's why I haven't been able to sit down and write a new book, and it usually takes me like a year to write a book. I'm not like a.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people who are faster, but like that's like the minimum for me is a year.
As you look ahead for your own future, you have accomplished so much in the last 15, 20 years, looking so quickly, creating this world for all of us, multiple worlds for all of us to live in, to escape into, and to enjoy. When you think about the next 10, what's your wish? What's your hope for where Jenny Han and your creativity will be in 2035?
My hope? Well, I've got a couple of other movies that I've been working on. I've got a couple of books that I've been working on for years, and like a couple of shows. So I think I would like to get it all done. It's just, it's really a matter of like what comes first and when, and then in what format. Because I think that, stories are all different and unique, and not every story is meant to be a movie or a TV show. I think some things maybe are better just as a book too. So it's kind of like picking what and when, and making time for that. Wow, I'm going to be really busy for the next 10
That
years.
is a very good problem to have. Jenny Han, a true inspiration. Thank you so much for being here today. Let's hear it for Jenny Han.